Episode 18. Seeing the Light. The Healing of the Blind Man. Imagine living in complete darkness, where the world around you is nothing but a mystery. In this episode, we journey into the miraculous moment when one man's encounter with divine grace turned blindness into sight and despair into unshakable faith. Key lessons from the story. 1. God meets us in our need. Jesus saw the blind man, recognized his struggle, and took action. God sees your struggles too and reaches out with compassion. 2. Faith requires obedience. The man trusted Jesus, followed his instructions, and experienced healing. Faith often calls for action, even when we don't understand. 3. Healing takes time. Unlike instant miracles, this healing was a process. God's work in our lives can unfold gradually, teaching us patience and trust. The true miracle. Spiritual sight. The blind man's physical healing led him to spiritual understanding. He moved from saying Jesus was a prophet to worshiping him as Lord. Reflections. 1. Hardships can reveal God's glory. Don't always seek someone to blame. It's human nature to look for reasons behind suffering. This teaches us that suffering is not always a result of sin or failure. Instead, it can be a stage for God to showcase his power and glory. When we face challenges, instead of getting stuck in blame or resentment, we can ask, how might God work through this situation? This perspective shifts our focus from despair to hope, from blame to trust. 2. Trust God's purpose. Even in pain, life's struggles can feel unfair and overwhelming, yet they are not without purpose. The blind man's healing reminds us that God's timing and methods are intentional, even when they seem unconventional or delayed. Pain can be a refining fire, shaping our character, deepening our trust, and strengthening our faith. 3. Let go of pride or preconceptions that may blind you to God's work. This is a call to examine our own hearts. Are there areas where pride, fear, or rigid thinking prevent us from seeing God's hand at work? Letting go of these barriers allows us to be open to his leading, even if it challenges our expectations or traditions. 4. Share your story of how God has transformed your life. Your story, too, can inspire and encourage others. You don't need to have all the answers. Simply sharing how God has worked in your life can point others to him. Closing encouragement. When faced with struggles, trust that God is working behind the scenes. Let your pain become a platform for his glory. Keep your heart open to his guidance, free from pride or doubt. Just as the blind man's healing revealed the power of faith and light, the resurrection of Lazarus takes us deeper into the mystery of life and death, where even the grave cannot hold back the glory of God.